How is he going to do today? As mentioned earlier, he's on a 4-game loss streak against 1-2-0. Opening with Archmage. I wonder what kind of meta he's going to be following. We saw yesterday a game by 40 against Labyrinth. All you guys who stayed extra long saw that bonus game at the end of the stream after the Super League games, and there we saw a lot of one-base aggression. Now, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of that strat, but you know what I'm a big fan of? Winning. And if it wins, then it's good.
Okay, Charlie Sheen. Let's see if we can get some tiger blood for you as well. Just, you know, stay healthy and all. We'll see what lessons these guys learn from that. When Sock played Happy, Sock played Archmage, and Sock played early retrain to Blizzard to go offensively for the Haunted Goldmine. It wasn't necessarily the crazy most effective play I've ever seen in my life. And I wonder if that's an anti-happy play or if that's part of his average play now. Time and these series will tell.
As always, excellent with his footy scout. Once again, up north early, seeing what's going on, seeing the creep route, expo position, and timing. And it's nothing spectacular. It is instant expansion up in the top corner. The question is rather, will we see a human expo? Is he going to the shop? No, he's not. Going into the corner bottom right, going for counter expansion. That is the honorable way to play this matchup. That's what I like to see. Oh, yeah. It's a backpack. Oh, hold on. First playmaking moment.
A backpack lover with that footman against the Crypt Lord, but 1-2-0 is making damn sure to get that surround in.
Greetings from Hamburg to Hamburg.
Yo, Benny, thank you for the 22 month. Good luck with the job hunt. And spicy
impale to get the footy. Ah, wait. He stole the item. That's why he used the impale. He did steal it, Neil.
What?
Long finger footy.
How can he reach when there's a full surround?
Long fingers, bro.
Player's forces are under attack.
That's a win. That's 90 mana from a mana-starved hero.
And of course, a lot less pressure than 2 sets of beetles. Not part of this. Sock has always been a little bit more of an expansion player than a push player. We both appreciate that. And yeah, Soul 8-man shorts, man. Even the best, like Sock, learn from that.
Expo power build has not yet started. Sock seems to be a little bit low on resources.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now here we go. Ghouls spotting it right away. And staff coming in from the Crypt Lord.
Nice. Regen cancelled. What about that tower? 20 seconds. First workers slaughtered, but we got a fast level 3 Archmage.
Level 3 Crypt Lord as well. You don't want to get that Town Hall cancelled. That would be very painful. Peasant Micro here is not quite looking perfect. That's a few more Peasant glosses than necessary, perhaps.
Same goes for the ghouls on the other side. I guess between Labby, Happy, and 1-2-0. 1-2-0, the player with the weakest ghoul micro at the moment, and shows again a little bit. But his expo is up. He should be fine. Sock taking a bit of a beating here. Now starting the power build again. Also that took some time. Few imperfections here and there, but we're lining up to Remo's beloved 2-base.
So speed picked up. AM now going to be nice and swift to chase for kills. And this is something that we are very well aware of. Once we get to level 3, one hero, when he runs out of mana, that is the Crypt Lord, will have much more trouble regenerating that mana. Whereas the AM here has a good amount of juice already available with the aura. And a good number of footies as well. Right now it's in 1-2-0's interest to stay aggressive, just to keep the human on his side of the map to prevent a dangerous counterattack.
Always causing a bit of trouble. Nice split pushes here with ghouls into the peon line. I hiccup again. I had that yesterday. Jesus. These beetles are, of course...
Footies are wasting their time. They're just running around the middle doing nothing. That's the first big mistake by Sock right here.
Well, Autumn Leaves is a beautiful map. They're exploring the landscape a little bit. 1-0 again, not without ghoul losses. Oh, beetles in the main. Very annoying. This militia control looks a bit better, but can't prevent them from falling.
It's going very well for 1-2-0. He's defending the tech for so long. So he's getting punished heavy here for this small mistake. If you're playing defense, then you have to spread out your forces. You have to have footies in expansion and main base. Otherwise, 1-0 can look for punishment the way he was here. And this is going to mean big tech lead.
Oh. He got the altar cancelled. That will prevent the tech for a little bit. Lots of construction going on. Looks like Hamburger Innenstadt right now. But 1-2-0 seemingly safe. Got lots of resources. Just needs a little bit more time. We can also rebuild that all in time. Lumber mill in power build. As he needs some lumber. 700 gold. Unlike Infi and 40, not going super mega high on footman, but maybe working on it.
For an attack right now with his water elementals, he wants to do some good damage now against the ghouls. But we have a lot of ghouls back at home, ready to defend, and have high HP, which is also relevant.
When is Tomb of Retraining getting available?
Daytime.
So now, okay, it's only a heal scroll, not a Blizzard transition. Seems like that was indeed an anti-happy play. But with the heal scroll here, that's a big impact.
When Acolyte goes down, minimal losses so far for 1-2-0. This heal scroll could hold a lot of value indeed. The Crypt Lord has good right clicks. He's summoning the beetles. And now also a tower ready to defend.
Acolyte under pressure, ghouls getting killed. The water elementals show their big damage again. Footman, no defend, as he doesn't have lumber for that, I guess. Still solid damage against everything they touch, and of course trying to buy time. I start to worry a bit about 1-2-0's ghoul count, man. There's a lot of losses.
Lumber's still looking decent, though. He can start tier 3 right now, which he will. This attack was okay, but it didn't really do that much. 1-2-0 still has a lead going into the tier 3 stage. It's level 4 here also, nice and early.
Very close for the Archmage to even that out. Now, of course, Fiends with a little bit more punch. Sock falling back, distracting a little bit. We got boots on both sides. Archmage can also hide. Held the heal scroll for later, which is never bad. 20 seconds for the tier 2 and the Mountain King. DK is already out. 2 minutes till tier 3. Slaughterhouse coming. Everything lining up next.
Brock has a lot of gold. Question is, can you spend it fast enough? How fast is the tier 3 push going to be hitting from 1-2-0? Is he going to go for a big commitment with destroyers? Not necessarily. Not everybody does this, but it can hold quite a bit of promise. As the Archmage is looking for little straggler kills here and there. Does he get the Acolyte? Ah, not quite. He's close to 4. Would love to get that level early.
There's another water elemental, always a distraction. We get a second Rax early. That has fallen a bit out of favor compared to earlier Griffin Aviaries and also earlier workshops. But for a Night Gyro composition, this is really good.
Archmage looking for a little bit of damage here, but the second hero timing advantage is huge for 1-2-0. This is why tier 2 tech timing is so important. This is why this mistake earlier, where he didn't defend properly at home, is becoming so painful now in the mid game, and why the MK is far behind in timing and also would be far behind in experience.
A Mountain King now would be a dream, but he just only now pops out of the altar. Still, Fiends hurt. Archmage sharking around, and this will be his level 4. A little careless with the... Oh, it's not! Oh no, he's so close. That would have been his level 4. Mountain King starts to level. We get double barracks, double workshop. No Griffin Aviary just yet. And Sock needs numbers. After all these footy losses, he needs to replace them ASAP.
Good old Night Gyro army once again going to be what he's looking for here.
17 food of Sock is army. 23 food is economy. Waiting for the tier 3.
A bit scary. More than a bit, I guess. Tier 3 tech is just a lot slower than it should be, ideally.
2,000 gold needs to be spent immediately. He's queuing Black Cannon, something that he didn't go for or forgot against Happy. I cut him some slack in that regard. So we got the gyros out, 2 of them queued, and now production needs to ramp up. Is that lumber blocking him in any capacity?
Yeah, scary moment right here. We got tier 3, we got the Paladin coming, we got the Knights coming.
Is under siege.
That's who
The altar though. Oh, the altar! It might just go down. It's still low from the beetles from earlier.
40 seconds. He needs to repair a lot. We do have Impale. We do have a mana potion. That repair must be denied, but 1-0 not putting emphasis on this. Only now. And that's a lot of kills.
Needs to invest these peasants though. This means also less militia in the defense when it comes to the real fight. We're waiting for the Knights, waiting for the money to be spent.
Militia crazy fighters, but they need support. No. Okay, we do have a staff. We also have a Lich. Heal ward for 1-0, by the way. Mwah.
Ali, is he gonna survive when he comes out, I wonder? Has to run away right away as the altar is falling, waiting for Knight reinforcements.
The supply 65. 2 Knights in production. And that's not gonna be it. He built some backup farms in anticipation of this push. Can still go up to 80 if he stalls more time.
Would love to have the Sundering Blades as an innate upgrade the way it used to be. Still think that was a mistake by Blizzard. Removing that would help in this defense. Supply has gotten even at least.
Alright. That's now the end of the line. These 2 gyros, these 2 Knights. Patience is a virtue for Sok. And now we engage from all sides with the Knights and call to arms.
Could be some Fiends taking a lot of damage here right away, and that is what we're seeing. Waiting for the Impale Nova. Those are going to have possibly big impact, especially against the Militia. 2 Fiend kills right away. Huge Impale. Holy hell. And the Gyros now also finding their fight against the Destroyers.
Okay, very patient play by Sok that was. Knight killed, not healed, but in exchange for these Fiends, that's wonderful. Holding the Gyros back until so many Fiends have suffered seems to be a good call. Now, Web coming in.
Next Impale here didn't hit that well. Sok needs to make sure to micro these Knights onto the Fiends, not on the heroes. That would be a trap. Takes the air superiority though. Destroyers are out of the fight, and now Water Elemental is relevant again.
Oh, Knight's still strong here. Crypt Lord at 50%. All these gyro webs don't do too much. Now the question, did he overproduce gyros? Maybe. 1-0, switching to A-bombs.
Griffin Aviary is coming. That is going to be the good counter to them. But they're not ready yet. Knights chasing, taking more damage as well. Nova hits hard, even if it's only level 1. One staff was purchased, by the way. Maybe it's on cooldown right now. I'm not quite sure about that.
10 seconds. So is the coil.
Bolt.
Didn't use the heal wave. Another Knight falls here. Maybe Sok over chasing a little.
Needs to fall back with the gyros. Sok! Sok! A little bit slow in some of these moments.
I feel like it's not the end of the world, except experience. That does give the Crypt Lord level 5, though. He might want to optimize his army, ground heavier. A transition to Griffins would of course be the dream, but how to afford that in such little time with such little lumber?
Can make 1 or 2 Griffins at least. With the Aviary now up. Positioning on the Aviary here, pretty ambitious. Gyros? Gyros? Gotta be careful with them. DK though! Oh, DK caught!
He has an invuln, needs it now, got it now. Whew, that was a bit of an overcommitment here. Now makes up for it. Forces another staff.
Forces are under attack.
Double staff providing lots of value. You mentioned the lumber indeed. That is the bottleneck right now as it seems. Oh, but we have lots of peasants back on lumber in the main base, so should be rectified soon. Staffs right now on cooldown. Knights approachable in the main base.
We went to the shop, Invo Potion, Heal Scroll. That Heal Scroll comes too late for these Knights. Statue play by 1-0 as always great, and now on top that Heal Ward. Everything will be up in the green HP area in a second. And Sock, 73 food, waiting for the Griffin.
Impale on the heroes. Paladin, MK, I mean, in trouble. Emo Potion saves him, shrugs off the damage. Militia helping out again with the damage against these Fiends. 2-1 upgrades, by the way, on them. Militia and Knights have 1-1. That's a lot of Fiend kills all of a sudden. Level 2 for the Paladin.
Oh man, that was an absolute Fiend slaughter. Like me yesterday in my bedroom. Holy hell, that was a monster that I had to bring outside. But hopefully with the same result for Sock. Statue almost taken out. Now would love to have a Blade Master, of course. These reinforcements always spawning into the hands of the Undead army.
Statue taken out. I imagine Sock wants to get another invuln before engaging into the fight. Is it available? Apparently not. So could perhaps go for a third staff. He's got double already. Maybe it's available. He's got a bunch of gold here. Yeah, triple staff now ready. This is where you can get a lot of value.
Okay. These
Cool
feats, huh?
Cool game.
Big tug of war. That is Impale, Nuke, Knight gone. One Griffin sniped, the other one not so much, and that is gigantic damage on A-bombs.
What about mana here, of course? Another Impale comes through. There's going to be one more after that, but then the Crypt Lord might be dry. MK charging forward. He's looking for the next kill. Would love to see a retrain, by the way. Oh, that heal ward in the back is wonderful, but doesn't stand for long. AM snipes it the way he should, of course. Stormbolt for another kill. Pally, though, still far away from level 3. That's the problem here for Sock. Getting one more kill, but the supply lead seems to be ending up on 1-2-0.
Plus, Disease Cloud is working overtime. A Region Scroll would be a dream. We still have this dead supply, more or less, in Gyros. So fighting army for 1-0, always nice. Sock is donating Water Elementals away. Not the smartest move against an Undead, if you can prevent it somehow. This base somewhat in shambles. The poor workers...
Knight!
Again?
You're right.
Again? He has an invuln and a TP. 7 seconds.
TP, maybe. Doesn't hold us around, though.
Going for Griffins one more time. DK behind enemy lines. So are the Fiends. This is getting scrappy now.
Crypt Lord hurt, by the way. Death Knight also hurt. It's going for the Crypt Lord. TP out. Holy Light here could make things close. 1-0 here. Lucky to get away with everything alive.
3 statues, not part of the TP. Is missing in the region now, but he has one at home. So that's fine. Ooh, dodging some bullets here, 1-0.
The issue might be upgrades in the end. 1-0's economy has been untouched this whole time. He didn't have to call militia and all that. So he's been enjoying great upgrades. 3-1 now on the Fiends. The Knights only 1-1. The Gyros only 0-1.
Can't help but feel like 1-0 could have closed this out already, like 3 times. Sock playing a nice defensive game. Going in for the creep check now. All the Gyros wept again, but that's not the most important one. Statue sniped by the Griffins.
Stormbolt trying to take out Fiends again. Staff play, multi-staff play can be pretty effective here. Creeps also keeping the human army partly busy. Another Knight falling, low HP. There's one more staff ready. There should be one more staff ready. Oh, Sockdown having a good fight here. These creeps are really messing with him.
Poison spread as well. Mega annoying. So much damage prevented. Pally! Staff. That was the last staff possible. Now he got a TP out. 1-0 with the great fight. Another Griffin falling. That Fiend alive. Another Water Elemental donated. Lich is level 3 as you said. Gyros for free as well. Oops.
And a big consumable right here going to 1-2-0. Supply is still pretty even, though.
That is also...
Sock might feel that he's further behind than he really is. He's also enjoying the Brilliance aura. But a lot of his units are quite hurt.
Even fighting army, even economy, both around 18, 16, doesn't really make a difference. Upgrades 3-1 on 1-0. Items, as you said, Invo Potion on the DK, very nice. And let's be honest, kinda necessary here with the plays. Sock again with the heal scroll. So many fiends, man.
All to arms being used. Is there a TP on 1-0? Yes, there is. He's going very deep into the human base. This is not a good position for him. He's going to be cornered in a moment.
Loses a statue. But again, kills the gyros. Also a knight. Plus a couple of workers. This was quite a slaughter here. Calculated losses, of course. An A-bomb stayed safe in the north. I feel like 1-0 is getting closer and closer to a game 1 win.
Yeah, I think so too. Sock has had some good fights, some not so good fights. All in all, has been doing a good job in the late game. The early game here really was the problem. He was behind after the early. And 1-0 never gave that away. Gyros. Careful.
1-0 with some good anti-spy technology. Also with the good third base technology. As so often, completely ignoring banshees, but that's also undead meta, not just 1-0 meta. Dude, fiends in high demand. 12 fiends. Clap Blizzard would be so good.
Yeah, Clap, I think, is the thing that's clearly lacking here in the late game. Something I have mentioned many times. I think that is the superior choice in the late game. Hard to afford, I guess, this game. Sock was always a bit strapped for cash. Again, all this comes back to the early game, where he suffered from a bad defense. Cancel the exploit at least, but 1-0 has so much gold.
Main base is empty, both of them. 1600 at Sock, 1700 for 1-0. And Sock gets his revenge on the consumable camp. There's that. Level 3 for the Paladin and level 5 Archmage. That's some good level ups.
1-0 going into high upkeep, building a gigantic army. Gets to level 6, 5, 4. So strong. He's going for the castle. No castle means no knights and no griffins.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem with the human tech tree, isn't it? That's the Achilles heel. A 2500 HP Achilles heel. It's a rather good Achilles heel, to be honest. But yeah, that's the tech tree gone. Sock is already maxed out in army, like low upkeep. But 1-0, 2 invulns, level 6, mana potion, locust swarm. It's gonna be a tough fight.
The town is under siege.
The only hope here is that he gets insane value from these staffs and keep many, many units alive. But yeah, with no more reproduction, tier 3 being possible, this is looking terrible. Also, he's so supply blocked. 1-0 seems to be going for the checkmate move here.
Investing quite a bit into items now. Double heal scroll versus Nova. The knight is engaging first. He's a brave one. He might get punished for that. TP by 1-0. Doesn't like the fighting position, rightfully so. Resets. He's in no hurry.
Not mining for much longer, by the way. Only a minute left at the expansion, but can just re-expand again in the center. Sock has quite the formidable army now. It took him a long time. Only now does he have decent upgrades. Only now does he have good levels. He was stuck on level 2 Paladin for such a long time.
Wait, what consumable did Sock get at the right-hand side?
Not sure. He did go for a Tome of Retraining. Time for Blizzard, as we're seeing more destroyers again. And there's basically nothing against destroyers. I guess Sock can still make gyros, actually.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the gold. And he only has 200 left, as you said. So, Archmage, good luck fighting against Destros. Oh, we also got Clap. Double Tome of Retraining.
94 supply, 3-2 upgrades fiends. Kinda wild.
That Clap Blizzard combo has to hit uber hard. 20 of that supply is destroyers. Oh, love that Griffin play.
Ooh, not getting caught. Looked a bit close, but he gets away. Okay, no mining anymore. But 1-0 still getting a bunch of gold from Unsummon. Will be enough for another haunted attempt.
He has triple invuln as well, mana pot. And yeah, trying. He's in... Like, he doesn't have to force the issue, just a bit of posturing up, bit of distracting. Time is clocking? Time is ticking for 1-0. Alright then, we go! Here's the fight. Impale against the Knights was nice. Level 3 Impale, of course. Huge weapon. Locust Swarm as well. Clap Blizzard. Is that gonna tear these fiends apart?
A lot of damage right away. Couple of kills as well. Clap Blizzard again. Fiends are having a tough time here. Here comes the Impale. Also interrupts the Blizzard. Good fight so far for Sok.
Supply is evening out. Of course, on the back of things, there is an undead expansion growing, but will he then have the forces to defend them? Of course, we knew that it would be Clap Blizzard. 1-0 didn't know.
And take out one more Griffin. That's one Griffin that cannot be remade. And the Destroyers now, they might just be the impossible task. There's no counter at all to Destroyers.
Sok is like, tickle me, Eer0. And that's what he's doing. Fiends retreating. Oh my god, the damage on both sides is mental. He can't fight the Destros, can he?
Yeah, no he can't. 5 Destroyers, basically invulnerable.
That's so funny.
Players' forces are under attack.
Knights are still falling. Level 5 on the Lich. Expo up for 1-0. Crypt Lord. Big Blizzard! Invul to the rescue. Mountain King on the other side also saved. And A-bombs are falling. Oh damn. 30 food down. Is Sok. It seems like it's a clock ticking.
Yeah. Those Destroyers especially just untouchable. 1-0 playing his econ advantage very well to the end of the game. He got so rich. Invested into lots of army. Really, really good upgrades. And the high hero levels plus Destroyers now carrying him across the finish line.
Sok is a good FFA player. He might see something we don't. Yeah, he has perfect vision. He got like the same damage output as a disease cloud with these Destros.
Okay, looking for the big clap again. There's no Holy Light right now, by the way. Has to go for Invo Potion. But the level 3 coil here is also so good. Impale Archmage dead! Explodes with the Coil Nova. And that is 104. 1-2-0.
You know, I feel like that's a justified end to the game with these uncountered Destroyers for all the gyro losses in the mid-late game.
Yeah, there are definitely way too many unnecessary there. But that's the thing about this matchup. It's really entertaining. It's really fun back and forth. But every moment of the game is important. And you could argue that the early game is one of the most important. And this is really where Sok made the big mistake. Losing way too many peasants, not being in the right position to defend. If you see the undead heading your way, you can't send the footies across the map. You're too late for that. You have to play defense right then. And I would argue also, not the best creep route. If your goal is to get level 3 and expand, which I guess there he did, there must be a better creep route than this. What if you go for Merchant Camp first, then you get level 2, you get the circlet, you get the item from the drop, then you go for a green, and then you go for the expansion. There, in this game, he went for the expansion creep, but there he wasn't level 3 yet. This, I think, was far from the best creep route by Sok.
So far, Sok, not the greatest day, but it's a best of 5. He has 4 more maps to improve. 1-0 had chances to finish this earlier, but for him, a win against the human is always almost overachieving. Fantastic way. Here we go, everybody. Map number 2, Hammerfall, as you said. I would not expect any huge tech changes, but the devil's in the details.
Yes, sir, it sure is. Important detail here is the hero choice. And there nowadays, it seems like we're mostly set in our ways. The Script Lord, 95% of the time, 2% Dreadlord, 3% Lich maybe. Haven't seen, by the way, Ted Fiend play by 1-0 in a long time. For a while he tried it still in this matchup, but seemingly no more.
Yeah, that is over. I had high hopes when the Pit Lord Rain of Fire got the range back, but not even that could push it over the finish line. No. It is, of course, the gentleman's way of playing Undead. Everybody knows whoever plays Ted Fiends is an absolute giga chat. And a special shout out to Finrod, the German Undead, who keeps on improving this wonderful, wonderful strategy, the last remaining honorable Undead.
A player's forces are
Honor boo! Honor boo! 2-base is way more fun.
Finrod is a big time Patreon dude.
I know.
Be nice.
Still.
You
I'm
don't
not
know.
I'm not saying Finrod boo, I'm saying Honor boo. I want to see 2-base. I want to see Peasant slaughter, Acolyte slaughter, brawling, high-level heroes, summons all over the place, multitasking. And let's see who's going to come out ahead here. This indeed looks like a 2-base setup once more. The Crypt Lord, of course, clearing out the natural faster. He's going to get level 2 right away. But the AM has the advantage of getting level 3 way quicker now.
Okay. We've seen this a couple of times. It is oftentimes a battle of expansion cancels, and in that regard 1-0 not as sharp as the other players, oftentimes a little slower with his creeping at exactly these cobalt spots. For now it seems alright. Sock is still busy with his expo here on the left hand side, and shop creep 1-0 for with the replenishment. That is lovely.
That's the perfect find right here. 200 HP, really nice. And also 75 mana. Doesn't sound like a lot, but for the Crypt Lord it's actually really good. As mentioned often, a very mana-starved hero.
Sock with the level 3. Ring of Regen on the Crypt Lord as well. These
Wow.
item drops.
Wow.
Muy bien. That was Spanish.
Wait, did he sell the replenish? Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, it's not the replenish animation, it's the ritual dagger animation.
That is criminal, sir. What are you doing?
Well, they got boots for it. And he's healthy soon. He has nothing to staff on at the moment. Sock is playing an uber defensive game as if he's listening to the cast yesterday and wants to follow your advice.
Nice, Sock, that's what you want to do. Listen to me.
If you want to lose.
A player's forces are under attack.
Crypt Lord staffing in, but only level 2. You want to spread your peasants here so they take less damage from the impale. Normally, didn't do that quite right away. AM now tasked with defending. Militia, of course, on the way from the main base. And that tower is about to finish.
Alrighty, couple of peasant losses, couple of peasants hurt, but Expo still finishing. But it's an untouched Undead Expo, and that is usually not a great sign in this matchup if the Undead can unfold his strat uninterrupted.
Look at the tech timing, though, for Sock. This is really good.
It's a minute ahead of the average.
Dondo, are you in the chat? Look at what passive play can get you. Isn't that something?
Do you really want to celebrate that early?
I'm not saying he's going to win, but this is a great position. He's got the expansion up at 5 minutes. He's teching already ahead of the Undead by a good margin.
I want to see that play against Labby or Happy, and then we talk again. That is a...
See that play by 40, and then he can show what's really possible here. AM in the main base. This is a wonderful start. This is a perfect early game so far for Sock. Archmage, though, might be getting caught here. Doesn't want to throw away this TP. He's got the Telly staff as well, as he's involving his footmen to get aggressive. Back at home, macroing up. Got the lumber mill, got the shop, all the necessary things coming. And tech-wise, yeah, he's ahead by half a minute or so.
Acolyte being killed in exchange for a footman. That's a lovely trade. Water elemental supremacy once again, but now we're running out of mana on both sides. That makes the footies quite strong here. Nice little dent in the road for 120. And another ghoul kill. Man, these are piling up.
Yeah, level 4 timing is also going to be a big deal on both heroes. Important skill point distribution there. 120 is stabilizing now, though. He's got the Necro up. But this is hundreds of gold lost already.
Okay. Archmage has to retreat. Was quite hurt after that exchange. Might open up the middle a little bit for 120 if he's interested in these consumables. Which he should down the road. Yeah, he's probably not gonna expect this tech timing by Sock. In 20 seconds we're done. Could lead to a play with a Mountain King.
We're seeing a play with a staff as well. AM rejoining the footies up north, still healing up. Lots of mana upon him. Oh, he can cancel the altar here. Oh, sick identification. It's gonna slow down tier 3 and the second hero a lot. Or can the Impale stop it? Maybe. No, I guess not.
Oh, he's not going for it. No, that's so rough, man. We talked about Achilles' heels, and that is surely one for the undead if you unsummon that altar early, which everybody does.
Oh, yeah.
Sock?
I just noticed he made it backup altar. So, actually, he's fine.
Ah, okay, nice. Still... oh, it's perfectly in time then, actually. Lovely. Sock is bouncing between the bases, left, right, looking for ghouls. And 0 aggression on the human exponent.
A player's forces are under attack.
1-0 forced to play passive here and react to these pressure plays from the human. Only issue I see here for Sock is he doesn't have a shredder. Not that much lumber. But considering that, his lumber is actually looking really good.
Again going for that mid-game heal scroll. I don't hate that against Impales, which we don't see at the moment. Good longevity on the footman always. And we go very quick triple Griffin Aviary.
Yeah, this is what we used to see like half a year ago when Cryptord seemed very bad in the late game against human, when the Mad Griffins seemed unbeatable. This was when human tended to have the edge from the early game. This changed, and it's got better early, better at attacking, better at defending, better at being even in tech or maybe even ahead in tech. But this is dream scenario. The human is ahead on tech, he's going tier 3, going for the Griffins, and there's no real danger seemingly in sight. He's faster with the MK as well and can perhaps now try some kills.
That's what he was looking for. No DK in range yet, and that's 200 gold gone, but with a deny at least.
Needs a surround, I think, to get this Fiend kill. Is that a surround? I think so. 2 Fiends picked off early. That's really good. Sure, it costs footies, but that's a trade you take any day. He's full committed as well. Footy still in fighting shape. Wand of mana, Wand of negation. Quite helpful here. But 2 Fiend kills, that's significant.
Also a mana exchange, of course. There was 2 Impales trying to save the units. Didn't work on the cost, and a coil, on the cost of 1 Stormbolt. Plus, one of these players has a Brilliant Aura for free. The other is still waiting for the statue to get a similar effect. And tier 3 is done.
Nice and early. Paladin can now be added. I wonder if he's going to mix in a couple of knights. I feel like a low number of knights can be really helpful for the normal damage. But I don't like heavy knights, because then of course the value of Impale increases more and more. Is there already an upkeep, by the way? Stock making a lot more money right now.
Yeah, we only have 1 statue, so it's not gonna be that big destroyer bust where Sock might be a bit fragile against without gyros. Gyros are coming now with the 5th and 6th production building. And in the meantime, we go for the Acolytes once again. Force 120 off the map, retreat. Worst case is a town portal, but not even that. Just walking it off.
Yeah, that Scroll the Beast could be really good later on. There is 0 Dispel in the human army. And Sock's still in no upkeep. What a different look this game is, right, compared to map 1. He has the tech lead, he has more time to chill out and go for more upgrades.
These fiends are getting hammered away, man. And the unlucky end snare. Coil level 1, really not a great...
4 Fiends lost in the mid game. That's a big deal, man.
Make it 5 though. Oh, impale defensively. Gets the last hit. Maybe a good item. Okay,
5.
make it 5.
Damn. Both consumables indeed did go to 1-2-0 though. Double scroll the beast. One was sold, I guess. Sok now going into upkeep, but he was able to save so many resources. Beautiful game by Sok here. Playing out the macro advantage very well also. And the tech lead. Really good shot.
Man, this mid game with all these fiends falling to a Mountain King reminds me of Czechia 2014.
Seems like every cast you feel the need to mention him at least once.
Czechia is one of my favorites. You know, gotta mention him, gotta show him that I think of him.
Do you want to say that you prefer the magic of Czechia?
The magic of Czechia? What?
That's the copy pasta, bro.
Ah! I mean, I would slap everybody who says that he's not that great. That's what I would do.
For good reason. Sok building the big army now. He's closing in on 80 supply. 1-0 on 70. Once again, forcing a TP home. That could be a knight for free, actually. Oh, he's actually got the staff as well to save this one. God damn. This is one of those Sok games where you're just like, who is this guy?
He is playing super smooth. Even has the rally points for the Griffins done. Yeah, this is like night and day compared to his game versus Happy on this very map.
Gets a level 4 Archmage as well. Always very convenient to have. Oh, item on the ground. Got it. I think it was a circlet. Okay, awkward position right now. Militia have to be called from the main base to help in this fight.
The webs are nice. The Griffin cannot be saved for much longer. The Stormhammers in this case, when everything is all over the place, not that great. But in the retreat, the Mountain King does the heavy lifting again.
Ooh, big impale followed by a Nova. Lots of damage on the peasants. Heal scroll comes in though. Everyone's back in the green. And these fiends keep on dying. Man, so many fiend kills this game.
When they're getting caught, man, they are a bit fragile, even without too many knights. Griffin's doing tons of damage. It's really remarkable. They are so hard to get online because they're so late. But Sok with that mega stable early and mid game. Coach Remo does it again.
Yeah, baby. This is the perfect map for it as well. The level 3 creep out here is just so good. Understandable that Sok likes this map and finds himself in a beautiful spot. Only thing missing here is 2 more level ups on MK and Pally, and he's not far away from that anymore. And wouldn't you know it, Neo? There's a red camp right there. Wait, never mind. Most of it is gone.
It might still be level 3 though. And of course, creep speed with Griffins is a dream. I took a little break.
I'd love to see a retrain here. Clap.
Well, how did that work? Oh! That I live to see the day. Banshees are back on the menu.
Players' forces are under attack.
I don't think their success rate is going to be incredibly high this game, but I love to see that 1-0 keeps the option open.
Up at 80 supply this whole time. Getting more upgrades. 3rd attack upgrade already coming for the Griffin Knights. Of course, they share that upgrade. It's gonna be some serious damn.
We're shortening damage now to damn.
Or DMG, you know. Damage.
Rolls off the tongue. Oh, much DMG. Also, tanky MK. He can take a lot of damn.
You'd love to have those items on the Mountain King. Makes him much more fearless of a frontliner. To be honest, 1-0 also crept pretty well. He's level 5 Crypt Lord, DK close to 4, Lich 2.5. Would love to get that level 3. That's a big upgrade on the Nova.
Yeah, how does that Crypt Lord help you against the Gryphons?
Town is under siege.
Greifen technology, it's here. It's strong.
Ooh, we get Mortars already. Coming up the counter. 2 Banshees. Master training isn't finished yet. It's not 1-0's time to fight.
those frag shards also work on cannon towers, by the way. I wonder if Suck is going to upgrade some of those here towards the third base.
Are under attack.
Beautiful game by Suck, dude. This is close to a perfect game.
That was such a
impressive.
cool change by Blizzard, by the way. I think that was Cam back then. That's probably the only good balance change in the Reforged era. Like the Keeper era.
Those cannon towers are 50 seconds away from finishing. Would be in Sock's interest right now to keep the undead army busy. He's threatening a base attack. Probably just a fake out. But if he establishes the third, he's going to have this game in the palm of his hand.
Thank you, Fake Face Chan, for the 66. Very evil number. Very nice, very evil. Much love.
A town is under siege.
We do have the towers coming up.
Expo could still totally be cancelled if the undead army makes it over there. But with the human breathing down his neck right outside the main base, 1-0 caught between a rock and a hard place right here. What's he gonna do?
It's not a great spot to be caught at. Yeah, it has to do something. The cannon tower is finishing, and that's great damage against ghouls and very, very tanky towers as well. And
He has to go for the acolytes. He's wasting his time going for buildings. He has to do some return damage here.
Players' forces are under attack.
Okay. Cannon towers actually remain up.
Nice prep for another base, of course. We get more and more and more mortars, which help in the next siege as well. High upkeep for Sock. Gotta do something with that upkeep, but of course that upkeep could also disappear really quickly if we get some possessions in.
It's very, very low lumber, by the way. Ooh, these mortar teams, they're not the fastest. Gotta be careful with the positioning. But if they can park themselves behind the cannon towers, that should be some really good positioning indeed. Yeah, low lumber for Sock. He had to remake peasants this late into the game.
But they have a parking ticket, not that they're getting arrested by their own militia. Stormbolt makes the anti-magic shell disappear, and it's gonna be another big fight. 170 supply.
DK dropping very low quickly. The AMS not so strong anymore as it used to be. Crypto low, DK low, Fiends low. Looks like a good fight so far. Also the cannon towers helping out. The more teams shelling away from the back. It's a lot of splash damage from these units. Cryptlord has to TP out, almost falling right there. The damage seems to be too much in the human army.
Supply is even though, and 120 has way better resources to resupply that army. Had 4 digits on gold and lumber, back at 80 in no time. And this is not over yet, man. The Banshee transition, kinda nice. It was only 2 fiends or something.
The curse is really good. That's gonna stay applied here for a while. But Sok now has the third finishing. And with that, he's got a lot of gold streaming in. Want to be a bit more careful with these gyros this time. If you lose too many, that opens the door to destroyers.
Curse doesn't stay as long as it used to be. How they massacred my curse.
Still pretty good, though. Curse pretty good. Okay, in we go. Gyros flying in, trying to trigger some of the web as well. Banshees have to be very careful with where they move. Love these cannon towers. These cannon towers doing so much damage here.
The mortars on the back! The Banshee's disappearing! Cryptlord in trouble! Gets a little bit of help here. Frag shards everywhere. It's the siege damage that might win this game.
Rare to make that sentence. Siege damage actually looking really good here. A lot of frag shard AoE against these fiends. One here might get away from low HP. Never mind. Hoylite to execute. 1-0 is trying to go for his own third base, but the gyro was looking for it this whole time. Sock continuing to play a very impressive map too.
And he bullies him across the map, Archmage, and here's the nuke. Another Griffin taken out. 0 pressure so far on these goddamn mortar teams. Coil arrives clutch. 1-0 fighting hard. There's another Impale hitting beautifully. Archmage explodes with stabs invuln. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Stop going too far away from the safety zone.
Welcome to the danger zone. Here we got the invuln. Archmage back from the tavern.
Invulns all over the place. AM hurt again. AM hurt again.
Cryptlord
Cryptlord,
dead.
I didn't even see it.
Ah.
Oh my god, dude. These nukes.
And you tell me that I need glasses. That was so sick. Point blank, basically. No TP, no coil, but also the Cryptlord back from the tavern.
Look at the shop. Regen here, very valuable. He's down in supply right now. And 1-0 is getting his third base up and operational in a moment.
Mental.
Sock has to hold on to this base.
Would love to see a knight split to the side, but he only has one. And then what do you do against all these fiends? You're getting caught once again with the Cryptlord, Town Portal, maybe the time for it. And a Griffin. Oh, holy light at the ready. Beautiful fights between the two.
That was 2 kills. Griffin and Knight went down. And these Motor teams, while they're good against Banshees, they suck against everything else pretty much. Maybe he went a bit too heavy on Mortars.
Except buildings. They are good against buildings. It's gonna be a lot about buildings.
1-0, maybe he's gonna clutch this out in the end. He's got really, really good hero levels now. DK5, Cryptlord almost 6. Lich got 4 as well.
Say it. Say the thing. +4 intelligence, baby!
I wasn't thinking of that this time.
God damn.
We got gyro landmines. Pressuring this haunted gold mine. Another banger game, dude. These guys are delivering.
Day after day after day. 35 days in a row here at Super League. And tomorrow, Happy Verse 40 is yet to come. And yeah, this is the beauty of Undead versus Human. When we don't have this annoying cancel culture in the beginning.
Ali going to the shop. Wants to pick up an invuln maybe. Might be a bit tough to reconnect now with the rest of the army.
Players' forces are under attack.
Well, we got another fight brewing here. Sock is making sure that the pally is not cut off. Maybe on a bit of a low unit count. Knight as Holy Litten, very nice. Impale this time onto the Mortars a lot earlier. And Sock is suffering some losses here. Griffin, Knight, all falling. He's going immediately for the Locust Storm.
And the Mortar team's in the back. They're all gonna die. Mortar team's all about to fall. Level 4 for the Paladin. And so many webs, so many kills. 1-0 is pulling far ahead in supply.
This is a crazy fight for 1-0, coming in a little bit too early. The Cryptlord is so goddamn tanky. And then there's coils, of course, as well. And then there's no way out. Locust Swarm for the win. 1-2-0, 2-0.
Damn, the position for Sock was so good. But 1-0 not giving up, always finding kills, always finding a way to stay in this game. Maybe you should have just gone pure Griffins at some point. Just pure Griffin, and then you don't care about possession. You burst through the AMS ideally. I feel like the Mortar teams really backfired on him. Sure, he got some Banshee kills, but then the Mortar teams did nothing after that.
It is exciting times between 1-0 and Sock. I feel like we've almost slandered him, saying that his matchup versus Human isn't the greatest, and to be fair, it isn't the greatest, but here today, he's making good adjustments. He is doing tech switches that he rarely does, and looking good, man. Also the fights, for the most part, looking good. And Sock was listening to Coach Remo in map number 2. It didn't lead to a win at all, so...
Screw you! It led to a huge lead. It led to a huge lead. I will not allow this changing of the facts.
Big ripple effects in the late game though, of course, but it was a beautiful game, that we can say, and hopefully we get one more or 2 more or 3 more like this. Sock still needs to win the series if he wants to climb a bit in the ranking and surpass Colorful with the 0 points. He's not doing that and will probably lose some spots as well, because Lawlight is still playing, Lin is still playing, and they could still surpass him. Night Hunters then. Let's go.
I am going for the lab creep first. There's nothing sensational. By the way, Neo, it pains me that I have to say this, but I think one base rifle all-in is actually good on this.
What a flip-flop from yesterday. Horrible strat, horrible strat. Why is he going for that horrible strat? And now this?
It's a horrible strat on most maps. I think on this map it's good. Because here you get so many items, you get level 3 so fast. And either the Cryptid has a slower expansion, or he's stuck on level 1 for a long time. Here 120 decides to not go for the instant expansion creep to make sure he gets level 2 reliably. Oh, Checkmate item. Roll, baby! Perfect item.
The robe of the Magi for the Archmagi. He got a lot of items, man. He got that ring, he got that robe. Likes to dress up.
There's no fourth farm. This is looking like the one base rifle play.
Okay, and Sock is charging up, being close to level 3. 120 was scouting for it with the beetles. Actually not too sure if he's too practiced against that. Very good to see though, regardless if you like his strat or not. Very good to see that multiple strats are viable and that you can switch it up, map dependent and regarding on how the series went.
Finish the creep camp. This is why the strat is so good on this map. AM has good items already. Gets level 3 on the way to be aggressive. And is going to force the undead to tech. So no fast expansion by 120. He's taking a more conservative approach. And that always opens the question, where are we going to go then later on? Impale for an easy surround. Oh, almost. Not quite.
So when Night Elf players are missing their surrounds, you're up in arms like, Night Elf players can't surround. And now you say almost?
Yeah, he's going to surround it now. See, no problem. Okay. Sock, that was, by the way, begging for a surround. He could have avoided this very easily. That was a little bit sloppy.
Well, well. He's back home. No shop, unfortunately. Didn't expect this nuke to come this early. He was creeping at the meantime. That's another item. That's another claw. The dude is plus 11.
He lost the TP, and he's low HP now, but cost the Cryptid a lot of mana. Surprisingly, there's no scout foot in the north right away to see a possible expansion. Sock is sending one up there right now. Cryptid looking for his own level 3 level up. AM definitely needs boots now, I would say.
Ooh, can he afford that though? He has, I mean, not gold-wise, but positioning-wise, I think he would have been punished big time. Cryptlord is able to catch up, but not to catch him with an impale. We kill the Makrua. Question is, who sets the last hit?
Sock is very low lumber, by the way. I wonder what he's going to be following up with on tier 2. Does go for the boots here. That makes sense, I would say. Ooh, nice little deny.
Oh, Footy, turn around, kill the ghoul. Just let him pass. Mercy. Merciful footman. Not that merciful is the Crypt Lord. He's hunting him, man. He's waiting for that mana to be ready.
Wait. Impale almost ready.
I'm waiting. Oh, he turns around.
Yeah, level 1 Impale doesn't last long, so probably could not have gotten the kill there.
Then level 1 has something in common with me.
Well,
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Alright. Good to know.
Good to have you
Good to
speechless
know.
for once.
Thank you for the information. Big last hit here. Impale to secure the last hit. That's again a lot of mana out of the Cryptord. Gets away with the footy, the ghouls though alive. On the way to tier 3. So what are you gonna do on tier 2? That's my big question. What are we looking at here?
Yeah. One base tier 3 tech is not something that we see often, but yeah, it is Rifle Priest, so Sock had these games, like 1 or 2, where he expanded on tier 2 when things didn't look exactly his way, but then he's walking straight into a tier 3 timing usually. It's not gonna be easy.
Doesn't seem like he's very interested in a tier 2 expansion attempt. Also, he doesn't have the lumber for that at all. Oh, is he really gonna try to go all in here?
So little.
So much mana on the Crypt Lord. Holy hell. Mana potions, eh?
And that potion's good. Only 29 food at the moment. Sock waiting for Priest to get that Archmage back up finally. Old man doesn't have the best regen anymore. Statues coming in like around 30 seconds. I think 1-0 is rock steady here.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, big last hit. Goes to the human item as well. Good impale though. Level 2 impale, I like that choice here. Looking for the snipes, artillery style.
Not much on the field at the moment, but that's oftentimes the case with one base undead until there is tier 3, of course. Sitting, waiting, wishing. Rifled Priest moving back. Just skeletons chasing. Sock is pinning him down nicely to prevent any meaningful levels.
First attack upgrade coming for the rifleman. I mean, it's too late now for a push. And it's too late also for an expo, and it's too late for a tier 3.
So what's he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Just, you know, oh yeah, missed my timing.
Why was Sock's lumber so low, by the way? When he arrived on tier 2, he had like 0 lumber. That seemed so weird.
He suffers from lumber slumber.
Lumber slumber.
A player's
Yeah,
force
slumbering a bit too much, maybe. Okay, calling the boys. He's going all in. He's going all in push. Oh, wow. Okay. That seems so dangerous.
Dude, 1-0, 3-0 Sock was not in my cards for today. There will be there should be a third hero. Yep, Lich is coming. The clock is ticking, man. Against Tri-Hero, what do you do? At least Sock is getting this lap cap.
Another big item for the MK. A good amount of solo experience also. But no level 3 yet. Quatalaz boots not that good. And 1-0 is getting stronger by the minute.
Every upgrade, every new unit is so meaningful right now. Every item, of course, as well. 400 gold. That should be the orb. And then good luck holding this.
Gotta be careful with the Lich positioning here. If he lands in front, he might be dead, but lands in the back, so that's alright. Not being level 3 here does not seem to bode well.
It's a bit of a problem. He has an Invo Potion. He's relatively tanky. Impale on the back. We are missing the Nova for a second, but here it is. Sniping on the regen pretty much immediately. Archmage in the thick of things, but that's a lot of thick human stuff.
Beautiful Impale. And now Destroyer is also coming in. Undead getting stronger and stronger. Next Destroyer is there. Huge Dispel now against the Water Elements. They're clumped up. One is gone already. Another Impale. Beauty. Nova. Follow-up. I think this human army is falling apart.
For once, it's not better than the army, man. The undead spells are better than your army. Gotta rephrase that. Still not that much on the field anymore, but the heroes, dude. The heroes are so good for 1-0.
Oh, Water Elementals around. Yo,
Dispel
can fight out.
Yeah, he can. And there's a coil ready as well. Little bit of a Hail Mary. He has one more Stormbolt.
DK doesn't have very high levels, but he got the aura from some of the kills. That is very important already. And standing on Blight, healing this whole time. And the supply is getting closer and closer, and this is not good news for Sock.
It's tier 3 versus tier 2 supply after all. Stormbolt gets a ghoul, but that's about it. There's no levels nearby that could give him some hope. Destroyer Dispel is lovely. We're aiming for the priest once again. Oh man, these spells are just gorgeous for 1-0.
No Dispel anymore. Now, Rough Necromancy and Beals can be huge again. Another Impale. This is the 3-0, buddy. This is it.
There's nothing left except these 2 units, 2 destroyers up. Statue. Got him safe. Lich though. Closes the surround here. Wait a minute. One more coil. Can he out-damage him? Looks like it. Nova. Strong. Water Elemental. No way. Okay. Got him now, but that took a lot of effort.
Tower being up is a big deal, actually. Looking for the next surround. Almost had it. Arcane Tower, though, might be falling. The repair. Oh my god, if he holds the repair, that would be huge. Oh, so close!
Destro
No way! Oh, 1-0! 1-0! What? Hold up!
Some would dare to say it's wait a minute would be what they want to say. That was a clutch repair. 2 destroyers down already. 4-3. We get more rifles in. This ain't over yet. When is the Lich coming back? 40 seconds.
Mana potions have a long cooldown in the shop. 2 minutes once they're out of stock. But the Lich will return. I would love to see a shop here for Sock as well, I think.
He's very short on cash. Needs some army as well. This siege requires a lot of resources out of 120.
MK getting very close to level 4. Lich is going to make it out, but maybe the altar is going to be given up after. So another hero kill could be huge.
And mana is looking good on that Mountain King. Brilliance Aura working on level 2. What a sick snipe by Sock that was.
That Arcane Tower also. It had like 5 HP, dude. And now it's always painful to engage here for the Cryptlord and DK. The melee heroes.
Okay, he has 1 Destro with mana. He has 2 Destros with mana. He's trying to break out of that choke with the Destroyer Bust from his own base. Impale for nothing. He missed
Whiff! Yeah, that was a complete whiff. Didn't hit anything. But at least he took the tower out. The coil is in. Destroyer is healed. There's still a mana potion on the Cryptlord.
Exactly. That's 1 more. Acolyte down, Water Elemental summon. He should maybe stop summoning them. Going for the Death Knight now, but there's no Holy Light to finish things off.
And now with 3 destroyers, I think you're onto something. Those Water Elementals seem to be doing nothing anymore. Maybe a retrain is worth considering here. Tells the Quel'Thala's boots.
Retrain on 1 base feels bad, but what we get is a workshop and gyros and flak cannons. It's all very expensive to afford on 1 base, but that goes both ways. For once, this 1 base 1 base game is Omega delivering.
Huge experience here for the Death Knight, by the way. He's getting level 3 from this camp. Maybe Sock should have contested, but he's creeping up a bit himself at the moment.
Big mana. Big mana.
Big mana. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Gyros are going to be a huge help though. Sock is in upkeep already.
But he doesn't have a single gyro. They're all trickling in. Now DK! Caught by the Mountain King! Needs some healing. Archmage Nuke as well. They're just firing shots at each other's heroes.
Looking for a surround again against Crypto. That is ambitious. Counter Impale. Magically, nothing has died here. In the MK there's a bunch more mana. Uh-oh.
Dead!
Oh, he doesn't get the swap in time! He kills him! 1-0, too slow with the swap. He uses the big mana in a waste. No save.
Uh-oh. He is in a bit of trouble, eh? This roller coaster keeps on giving. Sock now with a huge rifle army. The only unit that 1-0 has is destroyers, and they are not winning against these rifles at the moment. What can you do now? Hero revive at the tavern, but that's not ideal when you have to catch up 10 food.
The win, perhaps not the best item. By the way, that Archmage also was so close to falling, right? He got Nova, impaled, heal scroll kept him alive. This whole time, Sock is hiding the gyros. He wants to use them in a surprise reveal. And 1-0 only has destroyers, by the way, nothing else.
There's no fiends, there's no web, there's no gargs, there's nothing. These Destros will get shredded. What is there?
There's some Sorks now as well. A little bit of slow here can go a long way. Damn, brother, what a game.
Yeah, don't fault Sock for that. I mean, obviously slow can be dispelled, but you're gonna take out the Destros and then there's no dispel, and it would be a very typical 1-0 play to switch to A-bombs. He loves A-bombs. And then having slow is amazing against heroes. It's also amazing. And it doesn't cost too much, so thumbs up for that switch.
At the red camp is where things get serious. Gyros being brought in. More reinforcements as well. Sock with the rifle caster gyro army. And this is a good army, I think.
Here we go. They come from behind. Mountain King is in. Level 5 hammer to Death Knight heads. Sock with a remarkable recovery. Nuke on the Archmage though. Gotta keep him safe, and he can't!
No invis save to keep him alive. AM dies, but destroyers are also gone.
Lich.
Lich in serious trouble. The coil is there. Impale is insane.
Holy.
Can the heroes do it?
Need to. A preemptive coil. Only focus on the statue now. Hammer to the Lich. Coil on cooldown for 1 second.
Shit.
Death Knight by himself. Cryptlord is back though.
He's got more Stormbolts. Stormbolt on the DK. Is he dead? Yes, he is! Level 6! He couldn't even go for Cosmodon. Oh my god. Sock clutches it out with hero kills. Beats the one base undead. Holy shit, that was sick.
A beautiful game and a beautiful series. Oh man, I had zero hope.
Yeah.
Zero hope.
I hope we go 5 maps here, dude. This series has been so good. Let's go 5 maps. Come on, baby. Sock, one more time. I think is what we feel. And 1-0, he's feeling something else, Neo. He's not gonna go Google Cryptlord anymore here. This is time for Ted Fiends, baby.
It is the most beautiful way to play the undead race. Only the most honorable of the people are playing this very strategy. It's the big return of the Ted Fiends. Or Lich Fiends, actually. He played a Lich Fiend variation. It's
really?
That was... I've seen it twice. I've been a huge fan of this. I've never seen it again after. Was on Northern Isles, though.
Archmage opening here by Sock. Well. Ted Fiends. I have not seen that in a long time.
I date back to, like... Stars War-ish that I've seen it. This one beautiful game on Secret Valley. I think Secret Valley between Sock and between 1-0 and Fortitude. What a banger that was. Stars War, man, missed that event.
This could be the last game of the group stage for both these players. If 1-0 ends up successful.
The players' forces are under attack.
Ooh, this is going to be stressful right out the gate. Acolyte trying to steal the Shadow Priest away. He's lacking the gold, though. He's 30 gold short. And I'm going to pick it up. But Death Knight is on the way.
He is very short in general. He is fitting. And Sock respects that Acolyte, as we've seen him steal a couple of creeps away recently. But yeah, haven't seen a DK Raz in a long time. Not that great against the Rock Golem, of course, but it is against Water Elemental Peasants. It's just beautiful to see that.
That's the Shadow Priest taken out early. That's 2 coils used on the Death Knight. He doesn't have that much mana available in the early stages. And now I wonder, how much experience does Sock have against this playstyle? This is what almost nobody is playing these days.
Yeah, it's high tempo, it's super fragile, you barely have anything for a long time. 1-0 though is probably the person that's used to it the most because he somewhat always plays it in mirror. Somewhat.
If you lose one Fiend also, it is terrible in the early game.
Oh yeah, well it's very bad.
This is the coil though.
Well, didn't use it, so he has it still locked and loaded. Okay, wants to get level 2 here quickly. As always, unlock that aura. Now it's nighttime. The DK has less vision. It gets harder to steal these last hits. And the tech is coming up. Things for Sock would start to get dangerous once we have the Lich and the statues. Up until then, the game is pretty easy. But on tier 2, when those additions are found, things are going to get a lot more dangerous. Skeleton creeping, Archmage keeping tabs, and all these ranged attacks, man, they will pile up if we don't have healing. Lasted here, but only the crystal ball is not that great. DK already in a position he'd rather not be in, down to 1/3 HP. Needs 2 footies to get the level up. He could get this footy right here. It would cost another coil. Not a great position for 1-0, I would say. Not ideal. And usually you'd say, oh, just heal up with a dagger, but you're so strapped for cash and you want to hit as fast, as hard as possible. That might not be in the cards and you have to heal up with statues. But 1-0 is a Ted Fiend expert. I trust.
Unlucky items here for Sock. Double ring of protection. Absolutely not what you want on the Archmage. It will be really good on MK later, but that is a long ways down the road. Trying to get his level 3 here. As 120 is humbly acquiring his level 2. Also there only a ring.
Okay. It's like WFZ is playing on both sides. We got tier 2 up. Priority. Slaughterhouse. Lich. Ziggurat tech later. There was some variations with like tier 2 only pressure without destroyers and pit lord. Wonder if that's something he's thinking about.
Archmage sees the next creep attempt. Going for the boots. Oh, Invis. He's trying to steal the item from the Magi.
Magi doesn't help by running out of range.
Couple of skellies for free, making this creep a little bit harder. Sock knows that the Lich is about to show up. That's why the footies are being very careful here with where they move.
Okay, to the right-hand side. Slaughterhouse and Lich finishing at the same time. Tech has started. Clock is ticking. Archmage is just distracting, putting in a dent, and 120 is he's just waiting for the first statue to appear, and he kind of forgot to produce it. Now it's ready. All even out.
Footies feeling the pain of the Frostburn Nova. It's gonna be one kill right away. But the DK taking a long time to get level 3. This is a pretty good position for Sock. He's got the undead semi-contained on his side of the map. This means his peasants back at home aren't in trouble. Blacksmith is coming, farm is coming. He can try to tower up a bit.
Also, he doesn't have to
At some
go
point. Yep.
for any repair.
A player's forces are under attack.
What were you about to say?
Yeah, and doesn't have to be worried about peasants dying at the moment.
Might have
Archmage, the spec cost him the TP.
There we go. Coral Nova, but it's also mana drained with the statues here. Not the worst. Footies are still streaming in. Tech halfway. Oh man, 120 is so hungry for XP.
Normally, you are gonna need gyros sooner rather than later. The towers can hold against the destroyers for a while, but you are gonna need the gyros still, either when the destroyers break through or when they move away from the towers and they have to be tackled on the map.
A lot comes down to the name of the pit lord that we're gonna get here. If it's an Ascalor, 50% win rate. If it's a Gogonash, I mean, he can just GG out. Basically.
Wants to go for that destroyer form upgrades as well. Of course, here we go. Starts production now. As we have towers coming in the main base. 30 seconds out. Towers at the expansion. Roughly, rule of thumb is 5 towers in each base makes you feel safe.
Still poking into that base here. No third hero just yet. Only grabbed an orb. Lich gets solo experience for Frost Armor. Really nice against footies. Mountain King coming. Defend halfway through. Great help.
Wizard went for double Spirit Tower. Is that necessary? It's a lot of gold off one base.
The Pit Lord has arrived, everybody. It is Destromath. How do you rank that name on the Pit Lord scale?
Cringe, I say! Archmage taking out the graveyard on the other side of the map with the defense footies. They're taking minimal damage from these towers. That include the Black Citadel. But here comes the Destroyer Morph. Has to be quick with the repair. Arcane Tower burn. Not hitting the right target here with the Pit Lord. Now he does. And then it's the Archmage.
Oh, Destroyer down! Was that an invite to the 2-2? Is that the reason why people don't play Tet Fiends anymore? So far, it's still up. Castle Tech has started. The clock is ticking in favor of Sock.
There's no gyros though. Easy tower cancel right there. No mana drain anymore. Where is the workshop?
Nowhere
Sock is
to
late
be
on the workshop, way too late.
Seen yet. He's always baiting a couple of shots with the Fiend. Nice. Is it nice positioning? The Pitlot can rain free with the Rain of Fire. That is no additional income just yet. 42 food versus 43. Graveyard has to be rebuilt for 1-0 so he can go more Fiends.
Yeah, it's very annoying actually. It's very unusual as well. Normally you don't lose a graveyard ever once it's finished. But here with the forward position, it got punished. Nice flank with the footies. Trying to find some kills on these Fiends where the count is already low, of course. But it's also a lot of Fiends, peasants going down. Lich low HP, has to save the Lich! That coil, oh my god, so clutch, but the Stormbolt is getting ready. Has to TP out.
Ooh, that was just a second before the Stormbolt was ready again. 2 exit kills here. Expansion took a bit of a beating. A couple of peasants, 1-2 towers, but that's about it. And tier 3 is 30 seconds off. We got the workshop, we get the gyros, and with that, we're getting closer and closer to game 5.
There might perhaps still have a window to break through here, though. He's going to cancel the barracks for sure. He's got more Rain of Fire. These peasants are again going to feel the pain.
Oh, the rain.
The tower's also taking a lot of damage.
More resources being drained. Sobi Mask for the Mountain King. Nice. Lich
Archmage.
level 3. Archmage is a bit lost here.
Oh my god.
Not punished, though.
Sock is losing too many peasants here. He's not mining anymore.
Still got 900 gold. Can prepare an army. So far.
Blacksmith goes down, it means no knights.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gyro's got to carry.
He's gonna have to call a lot of militia, I think, from the main base when it comes to the serious push. And gotta really make sure not to lose those gyros now.
Yeah, he pulled them before. He surely will pull them again. I wonder. Oh no, he puts them forward already. Ooh, he's trying to bait, but for what? Floodgates open.
Paladin not there yet. 10 seconds out.
This entire city must be purged. Sock is preparing, but they got kind of like a little army going Sundering Blades. Paladin is out. He was able to squeeze in one knight before the blacksmith fell. Now he can produce it again. We got one level of masonry. That is lovely. And farm kills don't matter because we have a little bit of a budget. But yeah, it's about that town hall now.
Very surprised to see Sundering Blades here. Doesn't he need more knights in the first place instead of Sundering Blades? It kind of seems that way. But it's a nice sandwich being set up here. Militia from the right, footage from the south.
And no flak cannons, but that's not necessary as there's only one destroyer. We're aiming for the Lich once again. The coil is ready, and so is the Nova. Footman struggling.
Remo Potion gonna keep that Lich safe. The militia trying to do damage against the Fiends. First A-bomb coming in, by the way. Disease Cloud soon to be done as well. And Sock didn't get as many kills here as he was hoping.
And the supply lead for 1-0 is growing and growing. The normal damage is missing on the Fiends. The Fiend kiting is, of course, as always, spectacular in the hands of 1-0. Gyro's trying to chase. A couple of them were slowed down via web. Mountain King still fighting hard. Paladin in a little bit of trouble here. Does he have anything? Needs a potion? Or just dies?
Mountain King in trouble as well. 1-0 seems to be tightening the noose. This expansion didn't pay off fast enough. The production wasn't there fast enough, seemingly. 1-0's army now absolutely terrifying. Sock going for upgrades over unit production. Pretty questionable. Gyro production, workshop late. This was not very clean on the macro. Of course, it's hard to play a clean macro game when you're getting pressured like this.
Still got a couple of gyros. They took out the Destro, by the way. Nice to see that it wasn't like an all-out destroyer bust. He's still got some regen on the ground now, and he's cleaving away at these workers. Ooh, the towers, are they enough? Level 4 on the DK. 10 food down Sock. Maybe one last resistance.
to go for the Pit Lord, but that's not the right target. He can get coiled and healed too easily. Knight count is low. Gyros right now out of a job. There's no destroyers in the air. Staff to save that knight. Another knight though is trapped. Pit Lord also pretty hurt, but here comes the mana potion.
Coil also at the ready. Statues in a perfect spot. Towers rather meaningless here. Disease cloud is spreading from that one abomination. Paladin is not living his best life. Looking for the Lich again, but he only finds misery and another kill. Mountain King 50%. Sock has so little to work with.
1-0 is going to close this one out. He's still got a very solid army here left to fight with. 3 statues still regenning. He's getting so many kills, way more than Sock.
Spectacular by 1-0 once again. Flipping the script entirely. Off to Undead 1 base with the Tet Fiends. Nobody does it better. And now the peasants might be invited to Cleveland. Oh no, we go level 2 Rain of Fire. That sets an end to them as well, no matter how. What's left in the cards for Sock, man?
He's finally got the double axe. He's got knight production in theory. But his income is always so decreased because of all those lost mining time.
Red spot, Creepjack, full mana Mountain King. That's exactly what Sock needs here. Engage onto the high ground.
There's a Stormbolt on the Pit Lord, and he does get the kill. The DK wasn't here. Greedy play by 1-2-0. Starting this camp without the first hero. He's going to lose a A-bomb as well. Maybe even a Fiend.
Jesus!
Where's the coil? Where's the coil 1-2-0? What's going on?
He's a bit fumbly-bumbly, isn't he? And this was also last hit, right? Yeah, last hit for Sock. Item goes to 1-2-0. It's a claw plus 12, which is nice. DK being busy with the mana potions at the shop, and he's getting punished hard for it. And all of a sudden, this is wide open again.
This game would have been his for sure if he doesn't make this big mistake now. It's an open question.
Woohoo! Well, how the turntables. It's still a big attack coming. Pit Lord is back, no mana, no Rain of Fire. Lich damage is through the roof now. Same for Pit Lord with the Rain. He got the mana potion. Level 2 Rain of Fire, pretty solid in this situation. But Sock's army is getting better and better. 60 food.
More Stormbolts on the Fiends. He's been using them on the heroes, which meant he couldn't get kills on the Fiends. Now Stormbolt on a Fiend right here. Ooh, the Nova is doing good damage though. And we got Knights attacking multiple Fiends at the same time, but a lot of mana on this Death Knight.
Frost Armor might be a help, but then he doesn't have any Novas. Statue behind enemy lines might be necessary to morph them soon. But yeah, the hammers are falling onto the Fiends. They're getting eaten and denied for that very Nova.
To make use of multi-staff play. Another knight goes down though. 50 supply for 1-2-0. Still getting decent gold. And more Rain of Fire, by the way. Sock always has to pay attention to that Rain of Fire danger.
Not moving the oh, now he's moving the peasants out. A little bit unlucky. The most hurt one was in the gold mine. Wasn't part of the selection. Is he breaking through? Sock is nowhere near here. Needs repair. He only has 100 gold.
Next Rain of Fire is going to be huge. Sock has to arrive here quickly for the defense. Needs to bring the gyros as well in case of destroyers. But the Town Hall barely is holding so far.
Nice repair by Sock. We got fresh statues for more regen. DK may be up for grabs. The gyros are coming in, keeping the Fiends a little busy, but there's no targets for them.
Damage on the human side very low at the moment. Not that many knights really, but he's gonna get one Fiend right there. Death Knight far forward. Is he surrounded?
Yep, and he has nothing to save himself. Holy Light on top. He's trying to fight through the pain. No way he survives here. No way. No, there is no way. Healer, aura, all gone. What is happening?
Huge kill right there. Gyro's getting caught. That's gonna be some free kills. But this is going to be an expensive tavern res. And now, I think you should just chill at the tavern. Just occupy this tavern. Make this painful.
Close to level 3 Mountain King. Never really got that. Also close to level 3 Paladin. And 1-2-0 doesn't even have the resources to get the DK back.
Lich though, almost full mana. Where was this mana being spent? It seems like not enough. Rain of Fire and Nova still doing good damage, but now no coils, no Unholy Aura. It's a lot of fiends going down here.
He can go for the Tavern Res now, but then of course he has no mana. Still goes for it. More and more units about to fall. 1-0 in dire straits at 40 food. Of course, things don't get better with the Expo running. He's got to outfight him without coil and I guess without fiends too.
1-0. What a blunder! He has to GG out. Oh my god. This game was 100% won. Throw of the day. Throw of the second half of the season, I almost want to say. Soccer very lucky to win this game and 1-0 getting too confident.
Well, he forced his own luck, right? I mean, he was the one... 1-0 was the one going for the red spot when there was no DK. Sock was the one identifying that the DK isn't there and that this camp has been taken. And yeah, 1-0 was looking for a drink and got punished omega hard. That was like 12 supply falling. Great timing by Sock. Wonderful that we get game 5 in this series.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Man, what a series. This has been super fun. Great back and forth. Very close games as well. Every single time, pretty much. These guys are delivering. And this is Warcraft entertainment on the highest level. Can't wait to see map 5. It's going to be 1-0's map pick again. I wonder how he's feeling now. He must be aware that he gave that game away for no good reason.
Hello, viewer. You are watching the Dolphin Warcraft Super League, an amazing tournament with 200 matches over 2 months where 15 players are competing for $28,000. To be able to broadcast this, we had to acquire the broadcasting rights from the sponsor and organizer. We gladly did this because it's peak content and just an amazing competition. We had to pay from our own pockets though, and if you like what we do and if you like that we bring you the games free of charge, then you can help us make it worth it. At backtowarcraft.com/support, you find all the ways to support it, whether that's a Twitch sub or a YouTube membership or a dono or a Patreon, or just grab a little bit of our merch in the stream description. Thank you for your attention, and now have fun with the games. The last game for both of them in these group stage. Who takes the momentum into the Ascension phase? We got 1-0 with a Crypt Lord, the return of the Beetle. And for Sock, no shenanigans, no MK, no Pally, no Blood Mage first, nothing. It's relatively meta opening to the game.
Standard look so far. 3 dual creep you can get away with on this map. On harder maps like Concealed you have to involve 4. This means you're getting good numbers still. And that means you can set up the expansion pretty early on. 5 minutes normally is pretty much the earliest that we can expect this on both sides.
Well. We have Ra that usually makes for great games. What are the items? Archmage, Claws, Crypt Lord, Claws, Archmage, Circlet. That is some sweet early game items for both.
Yep. Really good items across the board. But it's a very awkward creep route on this map for the Archmage. As you can see, clearly he is not level 3. But feels the need to have to try to expand.
2 ways it is, then at least that's the goal. If 1-0 doesn't ruin that down the road. Ghouls, Beetles already a little bit hurt. Archmage out of mana. Militia called. Arcane Tower, 50 seconds.
Peasants here gonna be in trouble. Crypt Lord hounding after the Archmage. This means the AM cannot do his strong right clicks when he's running away. But Militia coming in from the main base, looking to help out. Oh, beauty Impale! Oh my god! Lining that up perfectly, hitting absolutely everything. That's gonna be a bunch of peasant kills. AM also getting some ghoul kills. Getting closer to level 3, but doesn't have it yet. The tower is also cancelled. This is a W for 1-0. It cost him a lot of mana, but he is getting the expo timing advantage.
A thunderous return for 1-0 after that horrible defeat on map 4. His expansion untouched. Sock again staying more defensive than others. Trying to clock that choke a little bit, but that makes it so 1-0 can get to the shop. And that is Boots.
1 creep for level 3. AM has it now. And that is the advantage that Sock hopes to get back with in the game. Those water elementals now very powerful at this point in the game. A little bit less so than they used to be, but still a really good weapon. One impale in a moment. Never mind. More beetles. No impale.
And another ghoul victim to the water elemental. Long shot. This is not a huge delay on the town hall. Might be 2 workers falling to these beetles, so good call going for them, I guess. Archmage makes it to the shop if he wants to. It doesn't have to fear any disable. But yeah, not a single point of damage to that Undead Expo.
A really good early game that 1-0 is playing here. The map works out quite well in his favor. Arcane Tower now finally done. Expansion for Sock also up. Not far behind the Undead at all, but he lost a bunch of peasants. So the tech could be a different story this time. Although Sock almost has enough, so the tech disadvantage might not be big.
It's not the crazy 5-minute timing that we've seen earlier. A little delayed, but here it is now still above the average. Both are doing good damage. Both are creeping up. Sock, though, marching towards the south. If he kills Acolytes, that's a nice little snipe.
True. Cannot be remade at the moment. And though low HP, a little bit concerned with going in too deep against the Arcane Tower. Sock right now wants to fight with his level advantage. Level 3 versus level 2. Denying experience for the Crypt Lord here also would go a long way.
Hydro homies strong. Hydro homies together. 1-0 doesn't have much in this defense, but Neruk Tower is a force. Necropolis falling has to be rebuilt. That of course makes every Acolyte loss twice as hard. And Archmage is doing feisty things in the main, catching these retreating ghouls.
Spreading himself a little bit thin. Hopefully that doesn't backfire on him too bad. He's trying to do damage in both places. Makes also defending for 1-0 not easy at all.
Very 40-esque by Sock, I would say. It's not something that you would expect from the best Korean human there is. It's rather a Chinese thing, but god damn is he successful so far.
Look at all the ghouls. There are lots of kill potential here with the Water Elemental, but the AM is too hurt. He can't commit anymore. Crypt Lord cleaning up finally the rest of the attack. Took him a long time to get level 3 this game.
Crypt Lord still not level 3. We got the altar. That is a bit late as well because he was busy. I think things are lining up better and better for Sock.
Daytime now. He could go for a Zeppelin. He could go for a Shredder. We're over at the lab. We'll see what Sock decides for. Shredder it is. Helps with the creep as well. Really good experience on his Archmage, right?
Yep.
Seeing him very close to 3 already.
He got a lot. He got a lot of ghouls this game. Crypt Lord coming in. But what's there to do really? Throw an Impale for a couple of kills, but Zeppelin at the ready. Which of course can open up the toy box a little bit, the toolbox as well, for some Zeppelin drops onto haunted gold mines.
Is there web already?
Nope.
So.
Nope. Oh, there's an Impale though. There's one kill. That's about it.
One to 0 was a little bit low on lumber there, delaying the tier 3 just by a bit. Okay, wasn't much actually. Maybe not worth mentioning. Oh, that region scroll is beautiful. Footy's healing up in the Zeppelin. Is he going to go for the drop against the expansion?
Beetles checking the lab again. There's still a creep. Fortification. I mean, there are 2 towers, but that's about it. In the main, only 1 tower. The DK will say hello. And web is finished now.
Now, web is dangerous, by the way. If that Zeppelin gets webbed and fully surrounded and there's no room to drop, everything's going to die. So that's a little bit terrifying.
Mountain King ready in 3. We go double workshop, not triple workshop, so it's the similar style that we've seen earlier with Knights, Gyros, and then potentially into Griffins. We are hunting spiders, we're hunting Acolytes, and on the way to tier 3. This could be some remarkable kills, but we got the counterplay ready, it seems.
Round? Wow. Actually got the DK here. If he
Lol.
holds this, that would be sick.
Lol,
Put it
no
showing
way.
up though. No way. No way. Impale. Still got him. Damn. Sick play by Sock.
3 units around basically. Nice rotation as well. Oh damn, that Zeppelin play surely worth it. Of course the DK is gonna be back in no time, but he can't level, he can't help that Fiend with the coil. Water Elemental still chasing. Sock is cosplaying 40 in the best way possible.
Okay, about to show up. He was a little bit late, I feel like. He could have joined ideally already. One more ghoul picked off. Cryptlord, though, caught up in experience. He's level 4 now as well.
Okay then. DK of course will trail behind. Mountain King it.
Look at the Zeppelin in the north.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, that peasant's on a mission, boys. This will turn into a cannon tower.
Old school play, haven't seen in a while. This is how Chimiko and Sock have beaten Happy before on this map.
Back in the day, 10 years ago, Remo had a wonderful nickname for Sock. Usually because of tank plays, but also because of stuff like this. King Cancer, he was called. There's a part of the human community that still holds that against you. You know what I'm talking about, I guess.
Well, I can live with it.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Gyro's getting caught. Oh, that's those little mistakes that can end up being painful. It's roughly 200 gold down the drain. And Sock has to play passive here still. Before he's got Knights out, he can't really contest the center too well. 1-0 making use of that in a really effective manner. Creeping those two big center camps. You got the Bell of Giant Strength already. That's a nice item. And the big consumable as well. Mana Stone. That's a really nice item.
Okay, love to see that. Heli out on the other side, same for the Lich. The big question though, is 1-0 aware that this cannon tower is a possibility? Takes some time, you don't kill trees in seconds if you're not a Shredder or a Blood Mage or an Infernal. But yeah, this didn't cost too much yet except attention. 1-0's push coming up.
Here comes the Destroyer Morph. We only have 2 towers at the Expo. Does Sock have enough army to hold on? Here's the question. Knights, Gyros are the right units for the job. 71 supplies looking not bad at all. Catching reinforcements as well. Only a ghoul so far. Bit of an awkward position now perhaps for the Undead.
Oh boy. Yep. The tower isn't updating yet, I think. It's just being constructed, so there's a lot of time. Gyros flying in, all immediately wept and picked apart. Can the Knights destroy the Fiends, or will the Fiends destroy the Gyros?
And Stone committed there. The Impale is absolutely huge. There's no heal scroll available, which is a problem for Sock. He's backing off. This was not a good engagement for him. Into this narrow position is not where he wants to go against this AoE from the Undead. And that was a good exchange right here. 4-1-2-0. Sock backing off. Upgrading that cannon tower right now. 30 seconds out.
Shout out to Blizzard and the countdown. Indeed, in 30 seconds we're gonna have a very nice surprise for 1-2-0 that could get rid of his base if there's no answer to that. And the answer is usually destroyers during the production, but it's all in the north.
Okay, counterattack. This is gonna get interesting. Human expansion under threat. Undead expansion under threat. And in a moment also, undead main base under threat. 10 seconds.
Oh man, and no TP on 1-2-0. How is he responding to all these questions?
Ooh, exciting game state. Here's the cannon tower. It's up now. It's not properly attacking the haunted. Now it is. Quick reaction here, very fast by the human.
Okay, we keep tabs here in the bottom right. The main is under attack. The expansion is under attack. Sock with a 2-punch, but it doesn't work at the Expo. Loses a knight as well. Might get... Oh, yes, he gets the destroyers. Whoops. There was some losses, and the main is gone.
I've lost a lot of units as well, though. He lost a lot of mining time also. The Gyros now have to turn around before the webs are coming in. What is there also supply block, by the way?
Deviants,
Very, very interesting position.
Deviants, thank you for the €5 saying Humba. Well, gotta show that on the streets with the new merch line, if you agree. It is quite an amazing game, dude. Thanks to the cannon tower, like, you can't get your main base up again.
1-0. What are you gonna do now? Mining advantage for Sok right now. Supply is dead even. Oh, never mind. Knight goes down. And a footy. And the undead once again has the better levels.
A player's forces are under attack.
See, 2 destroyers trying to kill a cannon tower. That will take until like 2035. We're gonna be on patch 5.7 by then. But at some point they get this done.
Gyro's flying in, by the way. That is their target, of course. Exactly. Those destroyers.
Nice counterplay. And yeah, those destroyers, they're just gone. Can't fly away from them.
Okay, it's pretty weak levels so far. Level 2 Paladin, thanks to the destroyer. Finally, an upgrade. MK though, not 3 yet. Archmage, I suppose. He's close to 5. That is quite good.
Ghouls in the expansion trying to do some damage as there is no tower. But yeah, Sok is getting ahead economically. Nobody and no upkeep.
Archmage? Archmage? Where are you going?
He's so safe. He's so safe.
There's an impale there, not so sure.
Ah. Impale schmimpale.
What a close series. Impale comes through. Peasants in trouble. Ghouls looking for the kills. It's still not that many knights, to be honest.
Yeah, and the Mountain King levels, as you said, worry me a lot. Trying to flank a little bit, causing the retreat, but going into a Fiend kiting battle against 1-2-0 is a tough task.
One Fiend goes down there. Paladin needs to start using his mana, by the way. Paladin, full mana points.
Archmage Water Elemental still busy with the beetles and the ghouls up top. Sok is humbling this a little bit, but still with double income, of course.
Archmage, double impale, looking for the surround, looking for the kill. AM, he might be dead. Potion. Ooh, but now the MK is trapped.
Oh,
DK, counter surround, both trapped.
Who's trapped longer? Maybe they both die. Mountain King dead. Level up for the Crypt Lord. He has to nuke the DK now, but I think he can just run away. No, can he spam Holy Light? Doesn't seem like it. Sok, huge loss on the dwarf. Now he starts spamming, but it might just be too late.
Gonna go for the tab and Razor. What? TP away. Death Knight with that survives. That was close again. Can he get another knight on the exit? Not really. Ooh, and now in the main base we have a meat wagon.
Yeah.
Finally taking out that damn cannon tower.
Looking at the gold difference, 5,300 versus 3,000. Classic 2k gold advantage in the main bases. And of course a meat wagon that holds very little value down the road.
It was started late though. Still benched for a while. And the mining at the expansion, not really optimal.
Oh man, Knight almost caught. 1 minute, no, 45 seconds till Mountain King.
Gyro,
back.
don't do that.
Shades of Autumn leaves.
And that's more experience for the undead. DK now 4, big level up. Lich now close to 3. It's gonna be big as well.
Yeah, and Holy Aura is mental, level 2 Nova, mental. Crypt Lord is level 5 already, of course. 1-0, far ahead in XP, Sok far ahead in gold. Didn't translate to a huge fighting army just yet, but I feel like the number of knights getting more and more satisfying.
1-0 is gonna be mining for longer in the main base. This might make the difference later, we'll see. Oh, huge impale.
And Coil Nova, man. Coil Nova, Coil Nova, Coil Nova. As long as there's statues, Mountain King desperately needed. He is more than a level behind. The Shredder even part of this. Staffed out. Impale catches a lot of these knights. 1-0 is playing this really well.
Heal scroll would be very helpful here for the human as well. By the way, Sok invested into Griffins a long time ago, but we've not really seen any yet, from what I can tell.
He has one. Well, did he rally them into the base again? Hopefully not. Maybe it's
Players'
coming.
forces are under attack.
I don't see it either, but there is one.
At the expansion, where the A-bomb is killing all the peasants right now.
Ooh, didn't even
Knight's
see
getting
that.
impaled, dude. These impales are so sick.
And there's too much action for the cameraman to keep track. 120's gold mine is up again in a bit. Can we finally get that dwarf up? Pelly, save! Was looking for the DK. Can't get him. Everything too hurt.
1-0 with the power of statues, man, and strong heroes. He's staying in this. Peasants again. Many, many died. And there's hardly any mining at the expansion.
So, obviously, Sock has that gold mine finished quicker, but if we hold these Expo, 120's Expo will mine out sooner.
Yeah, kind of wild, man. Kind of wild. Okay, Saki needs to get back to the expansion, I guess. That's where he's heading next. Well, well, well.
Maybe a little bit of time to breathe here. This was high octane for what, 15 minutes straight basically. Still so much to creep. We got 4 orange spots, 2 red spots. We got lots of room for improvement, and that should benefit 1-0 most, Sock most, as he can finally get his level 3s.
Is that double level 3? Not quite, but damn close.
Eat.
Oh man, dead even in supply again. My, what a series this is.
1.5 minutes of mining in the main for Sock, and then it will expire. Pretty much the same for 1-2-0, a little bit less at the expansion.
Red camp here, very important.
Wilm Riz,
Alden,
thank you for the 55.
Pally a little bit late to join. Didn't get the experience there from the creep. Stormbolt on the Crypt Lord. Not sure if that's the right target. Trying to hold us around here though. Trying to force the TP to get the red camp. Staff and TP is forced successfully. Staff. And that means Sock gets the red.
And that means Sock gets level 3. And that means he gets the big item. Okay. 1 minute of mining in the base. What's the difference now? 4,100 in 1-2-0's main, 2,500 at Sock's Expo.
What a beautiful series, Neo. Isn't this just wonderful? Isn't 2-base meta just the best, Neo?
I appreciated, you know, the rifle push game and the Tet Fiend game the most.
The rifle push game was pretty crazy, actually.
All of these games are just bangers, man. This is just one good game after the next, one tug of war after the next.
Sock has triple staff. This is huge potential for a drawn-out late game. Tons of value. Supply again. So even.
Okay.
Peasants again. Getting wrecked.
But another TP very early on. Statue snipe. Fiend. Close. Oh, statue A-bomb.
Oh. A-bomb is dead for sure.
Sock's inventory is kind of mental.
Main base for Sock is dry. Sending over the peasants. 1-2-0, how much gold does he have? 1-2-0 has over 1,000 gold more though, Neo, in the main.
Yes, Remo, I told you a minute ago.
Bro, it's more than 1,000 more, bro.
It is very good though. I love your tactic. You have to tell that to the viewers 7 times until they get it. So we're making an effort here for you guys at home. Yeah, Sock needs a third base, I think.
I think he can't afford it though.
I think so too. Neither in time nor in resources.
There's no good reason to attack the expansion. But attacking the main base also doesn't seem like a good idea. What do you do now?
Yeah. We talked about rocks and hard places a bit today. This might be again one of those moments.
Still some creeps to go for 1-0. He can still level up more. Lich is about to get 4. Cripple still has the big mana. Is this...
You got it from the left-hand side, right? I'm creeping up.
I guess that wasn't too long ago.
The town is under siege.
Oh, he puts the wagon to use. Twitch spread disease cloud, maybe? But yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
A player's forces are
Super.
There's nothing that he can do about it right at the moment.
You know what 1-0 is right now? Annoying Orange! No, because his Warcraft champion's name is Orange. Annoying Orange. From back in
I
the
don't know what the annoying orange is, though. I don't get that
What?
reference.
Oh, it was such a golden piece of internet culture in the...
Oh, no, it's the one with the face, right?
I...
Yeah. Okay. I got it. It's not too late. I got it. Just in time.
Good. Saved.
In we go.
Oh man, Stormhammers could be mental here.
Impale the Knights also very good. This is a wild fight. Another fight where Clap would be insane, by the way. MK with the mana potion. Impale on the heroes. Doesn't hit the Griffins, of course, even when they're webbed. Field scroll coming through. Quite a few Fiend kills. Supply is still very even.
Water Elementals, huge Fiend fallen. Statue fallen. There's still Griffins in the air without too much anti-air. 1-0's army is crumbling. Goes for the nuke! Stack ready!
MK so much mana, he has to spend his mana points. Death Knight! Death Knight! Death Knight! Impale! Not enough! DK goes down! And the Lich might be next! That's it! Jeez! Wins it! Oh my god, a series he should have been lost. Should have had lost. He does end up taking. Oh lord. No way. What a win for Sok. Holy hell.
Unreal, man. 1-0 will have some mean messages from Colorful in his WeChat tonight for robbing him, basically, of a higher finish in Super League. But yeah, can't blame him, man. What a sick series by Sok. And also 1-0 that was, of course. Brilliant series. Once again, glorious entertainment on both sides.